All right. We're going to look at a couple of things since I'm up here talking. Let's look at the book of Yahusha. They're going to call it the book of John, which makes absolutely no sense. Yahusha 6:44. We used to call it John. I put that over there for you to help y'all out. Yahusha 6:44. Other brother, you don't give me the book of Daniel. They're going to call it Daniel. The proper name is Daniel, not Daniel. Daniel was a baboon. They had a TV show, Daniel Boone. His name is Dan-E-All. The name means judged of all Ahim. We don't have a Elohim. You have, anytime you're dealing with our language and you start using letters like this, you're dealing with the Latin and the Greek. This is what hurt us. Because a lot of things we've been doing and we receive, we got it from our masters. So anytime you see these groups and they start using the E, the W, and the V, these are not in our alphabet. We have a all-abeth. So we have a all-ahim, not a Elohim. All-ahim. This is important for people to know this. Which means the mighty one. That's the definition for all Ahim. If you see Elohim, then you already know people up on the wrong discipline. They have a alphabet, which they took from the Greeks. We have a alphabet. That's a difference, a major difference. You see that discipline all through your book. Right, we hold that. Give me the book of Kazum right quick. Kazum, they're going to call it Revelations. The proper name is Kazum. It means visions. 1 and 8. Make it 1 and 7. Kazum, it means visions. Don't know what their revelation is. They've lied to us so long, we just received it. We never questioned them. They gave it to us and we took it. That's what we get. And we assumed that the people were giving it to us were honest. But we never looked at their lifestyle, their characteristics. I still got the same lifestyle. Not one person can honestly stand here who's been here or here can say I beat them out of nothing. I ain't lied to none of them they can bust me on. I ain't been with nobody's wife and I ain't never had sex with none of these kids in here. If I have, I ought to go to hell. Now tell your pastor to say what I just said. You know what he going to say? I'm not going to even dignify Tony Smith. Exactly. They never going to dignify it because they already know you're going to be condemned. See, the problem we have with most of these people that try to educate and teach, they don't even have a lifestyle. Watch these preachers that cover for other preachers, try to really quick to go pray for other preachers, but they ain't taking care of praying for these people. I'm not praying for no crooked preacher. Pray you go to hell. You shouldn't have took the job. If you ain't going to hold the life of the dignity, why don't I pray for these police? Why don't I pray for the police that threw that black woman on the ground? He didn't know what he was doing. So I have sex with one of these members. I don't know what I'm doing. Then why I'm your pastor? I go and creep out the back, have sex with one of these kids. What you going to pray? I don't know what I'm doing. Well, why would you follow somebody that don't know what they're doing? Y'all want to deal with that, though, do you? Listen to the book. Kazum 1 and 8. Listen, 1 and 7. Listen what he said.
Behold, he cometh with clouds.
Y'all hear that? He said, behold, he cometh with clouds. And what's going to happen?
And every eye shall see him.
I don't know why the people don't pay attention when they told he coming with clouds. Y'all don't know what that means, do you? Huh? Darkness. You know why he coming with darkness? Because he's black. Why would he be coming with a bunch of white people? Don't worry about it. Now I got to jump and prove something else, huh? You don't like this, do you? Tahalim. They're going to call it Psalms. Some of us don't have it, some of us do. But the proper name is Tahalim. It means the praises. See, we've been crippled by these people. Tahalim. See if that's the book of 18. 18:1. Tahalim. Let me see what it says right quick. Tahalim 18:1. Hold me Kazum 1:7. Then all 10:21. And hold me that Revelation that Yahushua 6:44. Listen.
I will love thee, O Yahuwah, my strength. Yahuwah is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my Elohim, my strength, in whom I will trust, my buckler and the horn of my salvation and my high tower.
Yes.
I will call upon Yahuwah, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from mine enemies. The sorrows of death compassed me, and the floods of ungodly Anus made me afraid.
What did the floods refer to? Refer to the people. It would actually be Maims. He's talking about the floods because it referred to the people. He's not talking about the literal waters. When you look at the floods, you're going to naturally go back to Noah, who they're going to call Noah, and you know the floods overtook the Egyptians. So he's saying that the floods overtook him. He was talking about the people. The people outnumbered him. Listen.
The sorrows of hell compassed me about.
Yes. Think about going to the grave. He was not talking about the literal hell where people going to burn. Listen.
The snares of death prevented me.
Listen.
In my distress,
what did you do?
I called upon Yahuwah.
What did he do?
And cried unto my Elohim.
And what happened?
He heard my voice.
How you know?
Out of his temple. And my cry came before him, even into his ears. Then the Aritz shook and trembled.
He said Aritz shook and it trembled. That was an earthquake. What happened?
The foundations also of the hills moved and were shaken.
What happened?
Because he was wroth.
What happened?
There went up a smoke out of his nostrils, and fire out of his mouth devoured. Coals were kindled by it.
Yeah.
He bowed the Shamayim also.
What did he do?
He bowed the Shamayim also.
And did what?
Came down, and darkness was under his feet.
I don't know what the people think about. The man black. I don't know why these people don't want to come back on no white cloud. Don't make sense. See, I prove out them teaching. The book just told you what he did. He said, I called upon when I was distressed. Said a smoke came out his nostrils. Said he bowed the Shamayim and he came down. Said with darkness under his feet. The place black. The man black. Listen.
And he rode upon a cherub and did fly. Yea, he did fly upon the wings of the wind.
Yeah.
He made darkness his secret place.
I don't know what the folk think about it. The man just told you where he at. I'm in darkness. Oh, they don't know nothing about this, huh? White folk don't teach us nothing. They gave that pretty white Jesus, you just took it and sucked it up. You lapped it up just like a dog, a thirsty dog do water. Don't make sense. The man just told pavilion where he dwell at. He just told you where I'm at. He said, I made that my secret place. I was in darkness. He was inside of a black man. They won't teach you that. They told you where the man said I'm at. When I bowed to Shamayim and come down, what you think gonna happen? We all black. It's gonna be dark. Let's see what he said. Come on, the book of Amos. They're gonna call it, and let's see what he told them. Amos 5:17. Y'all gonna call it Amos. I don't know who Amos is. If I don't know Amos, I knew he probably been famous, and he wasn't that smart. He gave away his cookie to them white crackers. 5:17. Anything call him dumb Amos. White folk done took your cookie, changed the ingredient, and make more money than you ever made in your life. Our people been bought out so bad, man. We've been tricked by these white folk. White folk got us scared. They do water cooler talk. I don't talk around no water cooler. What I say, if I can't say it in faith, I just keep it to myself. I learned that years ago. I remember I used to get in a lot of fighting when I was little, and I lost a lot of them back then. Teacher told me, she said, let me tell you something, baby. She said, if you can't, folk will go tell what I said. She said, if you can't tell them their face, she said, don't say it. That can't be some good advice. I mean, that's why what I say one time, I say it twice. Don't make sense, because it's going to come back up. One of y'all going to run and tell it anyway, and when you do, I'm going to make sure I can repeat exactly what I said. Huh? When I had a preacher come to me in front of the Hebrew Israelite camp, I said, let me tell you what I said. And I meant every word of it when I said it the first time. All right, listen to what he tells them.
And in all vineyards shall be wailing.
The man just said all the vineyards shall be well, and the vineyards are going to be where the harvest is, where he coming to bring the people in. He said all the vineyards are going to be well. And what happened, son?
For I will pass through thee, saith Yahuwah.
Now he just told me he's going to pass through. I just heard he bowed to Shamayim and came down, Leon. I'm confused. And he said when he came down, it was darkness under his feet. Let me see what happened.
Woe unto you that desire the Yom
He
of
just said
Yahuwah.
destruction to you that desire the day of Yahuwah. Tell him what happened.
To what end is it for
He
you?
want to know what prophet going to be to you. Let me hear what it's going to be, Brandon.
The Yom of Yahuwah.
He said the day of Yahuwah, Yom, is our word. Day is what they give you. A lot of these are Greek words they use. The word is actually called Yom when it deals with day. This is the Abari word. We don't have Hebrew. Hebrew is a derivative from the Greek, and they actually stole it, and they took it from the word Abari, which refers to Abraham. We are the children of Abraham. Abraham was not a Hebrew. Stop letting these white people get Hebrew. When I ask them, who made the book? Who made the bill? That's what Hebrew is. You walk in Miller's, and he got it. You say, who did that bill? That bill. Is it? He brewed it. So now you just say you Bill. We're not Hebrew, we're Abari. All this stuff out right, please check behind me. Don't let, at this point of where we're at in our lifespan, we can't afford for people to just tell us something we cannot check it. That's our stupidity. We've just been taking stuff people been giving us, and we've never sat down as defendants. See, is it even true? Which is Amat. But he done told you amen. An Egyptian deity. So you signify all your prayers and you solidify them with an Egyptian deity. And you wonder why you're still in the hellhole. Now we looking at, he told you for those, and how many people you know, that's in the Christian church said, what y'all waiting on? They said, we waiting on the day the Lord come back here. Lord, we're going to refer back to him. Lord is what the English use medieval for their masters. And here you back again using Lord. They always do something to take away from his name. His name is not Lord. That makes no sense. I am the Lord. That is my name. How is Lord your name? My daughter calls me what? That's my name? That's a title. That is not my name. Why do you tell you I'm the Lord? That is my name. That is stupid. You dumb. My wife, my name, I'm married. My name husband? These are titles that denote my position. Quit letting white folk tell you stuff, make a fool out of you. That's the name. It's Yahuwah. Sound and vibrations. How do we know this? We can prove sound and vibration. You can't prove what you got. You cannot prove what you got. Let's see what happened at the 17th. We're going to come back. It really ain't that hard if you know what you're doing. If you don't, you're in trouble. At the book of all Shemut. They're going to call it Exodus. Now, what does Exodus mean? Absolutely nothing. Again, you're learning Greek, Rome mythology. Mythology, myth, short for lie. Why would I let somebody teach me a mythology? You just compound some word together, and now you think you just said a lie. It's a lie. That's what a myth is. It's a lie. 20, verse 18. And the actual name means, and these were the names. That's what it means. All Shemut. It means, and these were the names. That's where we got the name from. He told her what his name. Go ahead and go tell the folks his name is I am. What's his last name? Will? You can't be no stupider than that. You telling me he told you his name is I am. Again, more of our stupidity. We've been dumbed down. Then they're going to give you a double. Yahweh. Where did you get that from when there's no E and there's no W in our alphabet? Explain to me, how did you get Y-A-H? I don't know how they do it. How they do it? E-W? Oh, it don't matter how you write it. Makes absolutely no sense. Tell them to prove it out. You know how they're going to prove it out? Well, white people semantics. They're going to take white people discipline that enslaved you, that have lied to you, have given you misinformation from the very time you ever met this cracker. He's lied. He's lied to you on the slave trade. That he brought all of you here when you were here before a white face ever showed up. He ain't going to show you that little red man he done made up. His mixed baby and tell you he's an Indian, which makes no sense. Indian would be short for indigenous to the land. He couldn't be. He mixed with Spaniard. We were here before whiteface ever showed up. All he ever did to you is a lie. Everything he ever told you is a lie. All the rights and riches and sorrow that he get to those people belong to you. Everybody stole your inheritance. Everybody had came along and learned how to steal your inheritance, and they've lessened you down. Huh? They demoted you. They've disgraced you. They've disinherited you. And you ain't got enough sense to wake up and start looking at these Negro preachers keep telling these same lies every Sunday. I'll walk off in my church. We ain't going to have church on Jesus' birthday Sunday that we've been claiming the Lord's day. Now it's his birthday, we ain't going to go. We're going to go Saturday now. What changed? Too stupid to even realize. You know they go right back to him. Pulpit pimp. Tell you lies. Come on, let's see what happens, son. Ooh, all I shamu, 20 and 18. I said sound and vibrations. Listen.
And all the people saw the thunderings and the lightnings and the noise of the teruah.
Sound. All the people saw it. They heard the thundering. They saw the lightning. And the sound of the what?
Teruah.
I told you everything is sound and vibration. Yahuwah. Sound and vibration. Even the animal kingdom, you know what they used to call? Vibration. Sound and vibration. When a lion called, sound, vibrations. Yahuwah called when he spake to us, sound and vibration. Listen what happened.
And the mountain smoking.
Wow. Come on.
And when the people saw it,
what happened?
They removed and stood afar off.
I wonder what made them move. The shaking, the vibration. When thunder roars, you ain't gonna believe what it'll do when it's really hitting. It will vibrate. That's what happened when we deal with his name, Yahuwah. Sound vibrations. They don't teach you that. They'll wait till they use science to try to do it. You're going to let some witch doctor teach you sound and vibration with his hocus pocus. Versus the book have already taught you this. These white people ain't taught us nothing. They stole from us. It's an insult to sit back at your captive and your rape oppressor and let this man educate you. Let that man keep to you the same lie that keep dominating you. This man now has been given body camera, that record, that can see. I'm talking about 10 millimeter picture print, whatever that junk is. And the cracker still shoots you. Showing you, ain't no camera gonna stop me from treating you like a nigga. Ain't a white jury in Mississippi nowhere they're gonna convict him. All these years they told her, if you had some proof, if there was some evidence we can prosecute. They buy the camera from this cracker to kill you. This cracker got order from the head cracker to shoot niggas on wheels. You can call me radical, enemy of America, whatever you want to call me. But we talking about if his white baby was getting shot. These crackers will go take that tablecloth off, cut 2 eye holes in it, ain't a nigga standing gonna be free. Let me go take his white woman and throw her on the ground, put my knee in her back, and see don't these crackers grab up everything that look remotely or close and ain't even the same complexion of me and grab them. But then when they come to my woman and she get thrown to the ground, when my baby boy gets shot down, you know what he tell me to do? Pray, son, pray. I can't find these crackers on their knee when they tell me the Taliban done blew up some citizens. Germany been struck, they told me, by terrorists in a truck for Christmas. I ain't found one cracker on their knee praying. Them crackers in high alert, every country high alert saying, we got to stop the Islamic extremists. What are we saying when they gunning us down? Nobody call that white boy extremist. Nobody call that white boy patriot. Nobody even question his Christianity. How did that work, I wonder? If somebody do something to me, I can kill them and everybody look like them. Somebody do something to me, I know the Lord will make a way. Yes, he will. Why them crackers don't sing these songs? Why don't hear them crackers saying, wait on Jesus? Why they been more guns, more ammunition, and killing more niggas? Didn't make sense, though. This is blasphemy. This is when you're supposed to pray. Just pray. They've always teach you to keep your eyes closed and stay submissive to the inherited fact that you're being destroyed and killed, and then you're looked at as a vigilante. You look as a lone gunman when they're killing your people for no reason. I can't say how every black person don't feel the way I feel. I'm fair. I said a black man got a gun just coming out shooting at the police. Police ain't done that. Police are better defend themselves. That's fair, ain't it? But we're saying when a black man or a black woman shot, killed, put in a prison cell and hung, more than one, we supposed to pray. Wait on a group called the Department of Justice. That's the same group that hung us. That's the same group that's incarcerating us. And we ain't got enough sense to wake up yet and keep thinking these little dollars, these nigga pennies in your pocket is going to change these cracker minds. Crackers understand two things: violence and economics. That's the quick and clear to teach them. Violence and economics is all they understand. They good with praying and sitting back and let's wait and let the wheels. I got so many damn marks on my back from them wheels. I'm sick of wheels on my. Why wheels got to keep rolling on me? Why these crackers don't wait on wheels? George Bush was told not to go into Iraq. The UN already had treaties set up. They already had codes set up to go in and get him. But they said, let the system work. Bush said, I can't wait on the system. We going in. Hadn't found out one where, man, they had a butane lighter. They did find one crime. Bastard had a hole full of Spam. When a nigga on the run, he hungry. All that boy don't eat is out the window. That brother had treat meat, ham sandwiches, already mayonnaise bread. That joker was hungry. Listen, when they get hungry, rat paw. I mean, whatever you got to get. That nigga throw everything out the window. Couldn't even find a butane lighter. Didn't just kill him, we killed citizens, military. We killed his sons. This is the same behavior they got from the mob. The mob teach you, if you're going to kill a mob leader, kill his son, because his son will be a potential threat against you later. See, these people have always been under Roman dictation. Don't let these people fool you. Their biggest trade is with Italy. These folks are still subject, and they bow down to the Roman God. Yep. And they got you serving them every Sunday. Look at all your cathedral, windows, fake Jesuses, fake angels, all this stuff. The very thing you were told in your law not to do. Make no images, no likeness of nothing in the Shamayim, nor in the rich beneath, and yet you do it anyway, and these bastards go right back in there and sit. You say, hey, let me ask you something, brother, Christian brother. Here in your book, you say, I rebuke you, Satan. Satan. We did it. Sitting around looking at a direct violation, and you do it anyway. Then you call on who to help you do what? How you going to help you when you're disobedient? You keep going right back to your oppressor. I can't help you. I got a woman, let's say, I love her, Jerome. Oh, I love her. She's so sweet. But her ex-old man used to beat her. I mean, he beat her, he raped her, he messed her over. You know, he threatened to shoot her, kill her, everything. I take it, I treat her right. I don't beat her, I don't cuss her, I treat her so nice, I buy her stuff. Because I love her. You ain't going to believe what she do every time I look around. She go back to him. Do you not realize at a period of time, I'm going to release my love for her and just say, you know what? At best, you just stay there with him. Because that's what you like. See, that's why Yahuwah can't help her, because you keep going back to him. You keep buying his medication, buying his liquor, smoking his cigarette. You keep using his drug. You keep letting him educate you, telling you his lie, and you keep saying you want to be free. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. He watches you. He watches you use certain words to realize you really haven't broke away from his slavery. He give you just enough to make you think. They gave you some paper and told you were constipated. I'm sorry, emancipated. Excuse me, my poor English. My English is very bad. And he constipated. He stopped you up. And you thought he actually helped you get away. You hadn't gotten away from nothing. Things have never changed for you. When he sees change, he's taking it from. Go look at Oklahoma. Every city you built that you tried to establish your own black wall, he tears it down. This crack ain't gonna never let you get none of your own. Because you're gonna let him let you make the decision when you should get on your own. Versus looking at your situation, realize the time is now. Ain't never been a better time for us to start establishing for ourselves. You tell me that's wrong and terrible because I said we need to establish our own schools. We need to get our own banks. We need to become economically empowered to become self-sufficient. We need to grow our own food. We got to totally break away from this cruel master. We need our own judicial system. You can't let no crook, rob, and rape or judge me. These are not even my charges. What do you think he's going to do when he see me? That's the same thing he did when he seen Yahusha. What you think a bunch of lying bastards going to say? They going to say, crucify me. They're going to let one of their own go. I'm going to keep going now. On my knees again praying, waiting on good master. And ask Jesus to change him. We got to stop being stupid. Why are we so afraid of that man? At that point, what else can he do that he hadn't done? What new killing he got for us? In Philadelphia in the 80s, 70s, 84, they dropped a bomb on a black neighborhood. They killed some people who decided to board up their windows, who put a pulpit in the front of it, and started yelling out to their people about the injustice that's happening to their people. And you know what they saw fit to do? Drop a bomb on American home. Destroy 70 homes. This one in 1603. This was not in 1904. This in 1980. And they still dropping bombs on us. Running planes, running chemtrails over your neighborhoods. Go look at them Crocker neighborhoods and see how many chemtrails they dropping. That white bar going around that neighborhood. Go to the back. You just see. I remember we were little kids, we said, They said, well, they burning jet fuel. You can't land with too much fuel in the plane. These are chemtrails. Chemicals in your neighborhood that's changing the diversity of your attitude. They make crime. They just published an article out the other day where gangs have come out admitting that they have dropped guns in their neighborhoods. Gang members come out and admit it. That your government have been dropping barrels of guns in their neighborhood. Explain to me how you gonna get guns in project. What nigga truck car rides up with all them guns? Assault weapons in states where they're banned. Crackers bring them guns and give them to them. They don't tell about gun violence. How much gun violence we got? You gonna tell me and you don't use the fact that blacks are killing black to justify a white man killing me? I don't want the nigger bullet or the cracker bullet. Huh? You don't tell me about, when I tell you what you're doing, it was like when I went to school, I tell my mom, you in class talking. I'm telling somebody, don't tell me what nobody else doing when I asked you what you were doing. See, mom and them knew, don't tell me about nobody. You said, they were somebody. Wow, when I asked, don't you tell me what nobody, why we ain't doing this chronicle? It's called a diversion. The reason I would tell my mother about what somebody else was doing, hopefully that will get the eyes off what I did and they'll realize I was influenced. I guess I throw people. Ooh, scary man. It's always scary when you got to wake up and you got to realize the truth. When you realize a month, you got to wake up and realize the truth and realize, you know what? I can't never go to sleep again the way I went to sleep. I'll never view these people again the way I ever viewed them. I will never view them as honest, innocent, integrity, respectful. They showed me the best they got, Donald Trump. That's why I love it. The best you guys are a whoremonger and a liar. The man told you how he greeted with me. He said, I walk up, he said, I'm a celebrity, give me some mint. He said, as soon as I walk up, so I put that much tongue in their mouth, and I shoved my hand up in their crotch. I said, keep talking, white boy. I like hearing what you do. No rape charge. Where Bill Cosby at? Bastard, listen, Bill Cosby went home, had a white, put bleach in his eye. Isn't she love? He said, call Stevie Wonder and said, can you teach me how to play the piano? That's so he can get out of some rapes from back in if you've been raped in 1970-something, let's not talk about it now. I think one of the worst rapes he did was the one where the lady came to his house. He tried to have sex with her, she left, she came back. Then they came in his bedroom where him and his wife sleep with the wedding pictures on there and sat on the bed and drunk wine. And she woke up, she had this yellow pudding pot. How did you go in the bedroom and sit on the bed of a married man bed with his wife and you got liquor drinking? Where you thought they were going? This is consensual sex. And it's adultery. I love America. But you know what Bill did? Bill decided he was going to be a nigga. Bill decided he was going to try to purchase NBC. Put on some black shows. Black people need to see something different. That's why they can learn how to do stuff you got to know. Seal indictments that they could put away for over 20-some years. Statute of limitations. See, you've been taught by statute of limitations. But they said, no, statute of limitations ain't started because we kept it put up. So this 1970-something rapes are just as good as you did them today. See how cracker use stuff at their will? Why we didn't prosecute the day they brought him out? Why we didn't prosecute him when he was in Hugh Hefner mansion where he learned how to rape a man? Is Hugh Hefner on trial now? Teach you how to rape. Where do you think he learned it from? These wrong bad behavior, we learned it from the master. But nobody talk about that. Same thing with Prince, who mysteriously came up dead. Who was teaching black men, record label people, how to get away from these people. How to start controlling their own music. How to get more of their own proceeds. Prince was controlling his own music. White people don't like you controlling your own stuff. That's a dangerous man. So they know how to make you sick and kill you. Same thing with Michael Jackson. See, when you good, you good. We'll let you have sex, even with a little white boy. But when you come back and you want to be a nigga now, we know how to get you sick and shoot you up and let you die. He decided to run his mouth and say, you know what? Sony is racist. Now you'll get sick. Huh? He decided he wanted to stand up against this white man. See, you can't sit here and be a slave to this man, be a part of the same stuff that sit here and keep degrade our people and then sit around here and demising our people, then you're going to start to be a man in his faith. I've been a man since I've been standing up preaching. I ain't going to never stop being no man. That's just bother. I don't sit down when I pee. A lot of these guys had to sit down when they pee. I stand up. I'm a man. That's why Abraham Lincoln sit down when he piss on you and you go to the Washington Monument. Because he's homosexual. That's why they put him. They know him. How many of y'all didn't know he was a homosexual? Why would they tell you that? How many of y'all didn't know that Lyndon Baines Johnson was a homosexual? Why would they tell you that? Lyndon Baines Johnson was caught one time pissing on a person in public while he was talking. Say, look the man straight out while he was pissing on another one. Say he shook the whole room. Nobody could, listen, pissed on a man while he looked him dead in the eye, another man in the eye. What did he do wrong? He said, I do it to niggas all the time. Y'all don't like to think about stuff like that, do you? See, as long as you stay under his psychosis of stupidity, and you don't awake and look at your surroundings and look at how many people affect you, and how many people keep you in these bad situations, he good. All y'all need to do is, for that son, go down and get that man Christmas toy. Go get that man Christmas toy. Go ahead and keep making a fool out of yourself. Everything he's given you has been a direct lie and violation. There's no way he can prove this man was born on the 25th of December in the depth of no damn winter. The baby would have died. But since you want to believe a lie, he give it to you anyway. I don't blame him. If it help you stay a better nigga picking cotton, if it help you stay a better nigga on your back when I kick your door in at the shanty and sleep with your wire right in your face while your kids sit there and cry and you had that little mixed nigga baby, and I tell you, that ain't my baby. And he need to get in and pick cotton too. That's how cruel a master he is. Look at the baby, know that's his baby, and still lie to you. That's what Lyndon Baines Johnson got for her. I can piss on you, piss on somebody, and look somebody straight in the eye and tell you it's the truth. He's been the inherited master of a lie. And you've been a recipient of his lie. All right, let's get ready to talk now. Let's jump back on here. Let's look at Cosmo since we're over here. They're beautiful. This is so beautiful. We need to be educated. Nobody has truly educated us, and all our education came from the oppressor. Everything you know has come from him. Every name, every title you got come from him. He sat back and watches you. This man give you all this stuff, and he makes a fool out of you. Nobody questions nothing. You got to just look at this man. Why would the same man that oppresses me, hates me, kills me, swear allegiance to my death, care anything about me? Why would he really work for my benefit? Well, this is the kind of behavior we receive from him. Rightfully so. If you ain't got enough senses, enough people ain't sitting down and telling you what you need to do and inform you, what's going to happen to you? I tell you all the time, you got to look at everybody now that affects you. How many people know this? How many people have known this and left you dormant? Have left you sitting here in this situation? The bigger problem we got is people trying to escape. When they escape, they ain't coming back to get you. They leave you. We got people of our color that know information I'm telling you, yet they're comfortable with them knowing that them escaping, but you staying captive. Now I got a problem with these people. I have a problem. I have just as much problem that I have with a white man. You know my sorrow. You know my trip. Why would you leave me in this situation? I don't believe every white the devil, and I definitely don't believe everybody black right. That has never been my teaching and will never be. I call a spade a spade. Let's look at this right quick. Come on, son. Kazum 1:7. They call it Revelation. Let's jump on here right quick. I want to hear something else for you right quick. Won't take that long either. Let me show you something. Listen.
Behold,
he doth what?
Cometh with clouds. So
what color the cloud is? In our eye, what was y'all color? What was your perception of the cloud? Why wouldn't it be white? Jesus white. All his friends white. What color the cloud going to be? But you just heard him tell you, for those that desire the human of Yahuwah, what private is it to you? Should not it be dark and no light in it? So why would it be coming on a white cloud? He done made darkness his pavilion. What am I sitting dark with all these white folks for? I'm trying to tell you I'm black. This is my secret. I'm in the black man. That's why this white man knows he got to keep you around. He needs your DNA. He needs your blood plasma. He can't survive without you. He's a weaker gene. Stop it. They know that. But they didn't tell you that. We've been wanting to be blonde hair. This nigga look at us. You like one of the head gorillas on Planet of the Apes. Walking around with blonde hair. This stuff is a defect. Blue eye, it's a defect. You see something, I make you assume it's something great. Nobody look at you. But you look at him, he never told you he had no blue eye. He told his eyes were like flames of fire. And then, Frank Sinatra, whole blue eyes. Crocker been lying to you ever since you've been here. It's a defect. The whole thing, the melanin, it's a defect. It's a weak gene. It's leprosy. Nigga go buy bleach cream and try to lighten himself up. The man just told you that a moose again right quick. Finish that out, that 518 right quick. Let me just hear again what he talking about today. Because he don't say I made dog in his secret place. Let me just make sure now. I'm going to show you why. A lot of stuff people tell you don't even make sense. So I'm going to tell you what's bad. It's bad when I take this cracker book and I correct this book. And stay with it, but I take his wrong book and show him what's right with it. That cracker I get mad. So if you said, then let me ask you about this. Sometimes you got to pray. This ain't one of them. I ain't going to pray with nothing I see what's right. I see a car coming finna hit me. What I need to do? I need to pray. Makes no sense. I see the car coming. Make more sense to move. Guess what I do? I pray when I made it out. Simple thinking he took away from her. That's it right, Mark. Whole thing, nothing but a fool. Nothing but foolishness. Walk around cracker, chase me down. All I need you to do is come around that corner. We finna end this stuff right now. It's crazy. He chasing me, beat me, slapped me. White boy this big. You know you wouldn't do that, did just me and you. But then he had to teach you. He would never put his hands on without teaching you. Now, there were laws in play now. Hit that cracker, that's a felony. So that cracker used that to his advantage. They gave me laws that scared me up. When they came at me, they came with men. They came with multitudes of men. They never came to no one police, one nigga. They came to me, it'd be 10, 15, 20. So call them. And they want me to always remember, if you touch one of us, this will happen. It's always going to be a bunch of us against you single. Division. So they scared other blacks saying, I don't want to do that because he'll come. It'll be so many of them. And then they'll do that too. If we stood together, this would stop. Yep. Listen, you black, you rape somebody, you kill somebody, you rob them. I said, send that bastard to jail. I'm about like the president of the Philippines. I don't know why we even housing you. You like raping women, why we still got you on the planet? Then go ahead and slit your damn throat and get you out of here. Nobody, I ain't got time to rehabilitate nobody raping nobody. You just breaking in folk house, killing folk, go ahead and slit your throat again. I'm like the president, I done killed a bunch. They said, he don't know this. He said, I do. He said, I'm not lying. He said, I killed 3 of them. He said, I don't know how many bullets I put in each one, I kill them. He said, I raped the woman. He said, I took my gun. He said, I was the mayor. He said, poo-poo. They said, don't listen to him. He don't know this. He said, I do know what I'm saying. I'm not lying. I ain't even mad at it. They raped the woman. Well, what do you house them? Feed them? Give them medication? They're medicating the bullet right between the eyes. But I'm talking about when our people unjustly being convicted, our people unjustly being gunned down and shot, then there needs to be a defense on our end. Nobody's an advocate for us. We can't wait on no UN to do nothing for us. That prefix ain't never did nothing for us. Put UN in front of right. What you got? I'm going to look for the prefix UN to do something for me? Prefix on anything going to take away from it. Why am I waiting on them to do something for me? Come on, 518. Almost. Listen.
Woe unto you that desire the Yom of Yahuwah.
And what happened?
To what end is it for you?
Tell me about it, son.
The Yom of Yahuwah is Kashak and not Aur.
Kashak is the Abari word. They're going to put dot. It's called Kashak. Listen.
And not Aur.
And not a order. That's the light. A-U-R. Or, which is light. Oh, I'm sorry. I put the U. Order. A-U-R. Or. For darkness, it's kashak, the Abari word. The word for light is a order for light. These are the Abari words. The words they've been giving us have all been Greek. Now, he just told you about the day of Yahuwah. He said, should it be what?
To what end is it for you?
Listen.
The Yom of Yahuwah is Kashak and not Aur.
He says darkness. He said, and no light. What else is it?
As if an Anus did flee from a lion.
And did what?
And a bear met him.
And what happened?
Or went into the house.
And what happened?
And leaned his hand on the wall.
And what bit
And
him?
a serpent bit him.
Listen what he told you.
Shall not the Yom of Yahuwah be Kashak
He just told you the day of Yahuwah. Shouldn't it not be darkness and not what?
And not Aur.
And what?
Even very Kashak.
Then what happened?
And no brightness in it.
So he just told me when he come, ain't going to be no whites. Why am I looking for a white man to come do something for me? This is his book. I didn't write this. But he done taught you that your black skin been a curse. He done taught you your black skin is what he don't want. He all about the white. But the book just told you he come, shouldn't he be black? The reason he told you it shouldn't be no white, because he tell you, I don't have leprosy. What he done taught you about your black skin? Ugly, nasty, black is dirty. He know what it say. He know exactly what the book say. He had to get your mind away from it. The man told you where he dwelled. I made darkness in my pavilion. So how could darkness be a curse? Come on, let's jump on here, son. Kashak 1:7. I love this. It's right, too. Listen.
Behold, he cometh with clouds.
So we ain't got no dispute about what color clouds is, huh? And listen what's going to happen.
And every eye shall see him.
Let me ask you a question. You can see me, can't you? Then you can see him when he bring his black behind back in. Don't let these people make no fool out of you. He said, every eye going to see him. Listen.
And they also which pierced him.
Shall do what?
And all kindreds of the Arits.
Shall do what?
Wail because of him.
Even so.
Amat.
Listen what he told you.
I am Aleph and Tut.
He told you Alpha and Omega, which makes no sense because that's Greek. Why would he come and tell you that he was Greek? versus he would have told you that he was the Aleph and the Tut. The reason why you need to know that because the Aleph is our first Aleph Bet. That's why he told you he would have told you the Aleph, letting you know I am the first. He'd have told you he's the Tut because he's the last. One of the definitions you're going to look at it, I'm the teacher. This is why we use the Aleph for Al-Ahim. They let you know I am the teacher. I utter, I speak. When you look at the Tut, they let you know his mark. This is the symbol for the Tut that they use for the cross. This is the pentagram, which is the mark. So he's letting you know I'm the first and the last. The Aleph and the Tut. I'm letting you know that I'm the mark. I don't know why these people make a fool of you. They got you still speaking Greek. Still going to put you back to the discipline of Latin. Let me show you something. I seen something interesting out there. That's far enough right now. The reason why you need to watch this, because you right back to his discipline again. It's going to put you back at a problem. It's going to put you over at Lillian. Lillian, how would she spell it? Lillian is what you want to watch. And you want to watch this fella. Samil. Because all this is going to put you back at, how would you spell it? Baphomet. Baphomet, the goat. This is why you need to stay away from this stuff. These 5 points ain't going for what you think it's going for. You're going to be sitting here with Samil and you're going to deal with Lillian. The reason why you want to watch this is because Lillian is actually darkness. It's called a monster of darkness. You watch that 5-point star. This is where they get this stuff from. It deals with who they're going to tell you a lie was Adam's first wife, who did not obey. Please, y'all check behind me. Y'all going to let me lie to y'all. I'm giving you, tell me where you go where these people put their stuff down. Now, I can't lie now and say, I never told you that. I don't remember making that statement. Tell these people to prove what they got. Ask them who Samil is. Samil going to put you right back to Baphomet. He was believed to be an evil angel. And these people put this stuff on hats, books, everything. They don't even know where they get this stuff from. Baphomet is putting you right back. All this stuff go right back to Baphomet. When you watch these bears, LeBron James, you watch Hitler, all them do this. This is the sign for Baphomet. These people give you this because these white Jewish people are the devil. And this is why they make a fool out of our people. These people don't know what they're doing. Samil is actually, it's called the accuser. He is the one that has accused our people. 12th chapter. All right, let's see what the book. Pick me, son. 12th chapter, Kazum. Can I prove it? Man, he count. I tell you, every time I see these count, you know what I do? I block that count fire. Ain't no time to blow no more fire. We need to get this stuff straight. People done lied to us so long, and they won't prove it out. 12 and 9. Let's see what they said. Kazum 12 and 9. This should bother people. They got this stuff written right across there. Samil, Lillian. And people won't even look it up. If I got it, I want to know, what does it mean? What does this mean? Why is this on here? No reason. The white ones do it. That's when you need to watch it. Can't do everything white folk do. Just like they give you on Sabbath. There's no such Sabbath. All that stuff referred to Greek. The name is Shabbat. It's Shabbat. Anytime you use a Sabbath, you're going right back to what he told you. It's not Sabbath. It's Shabbat. That's why they make a fool out of it. See, white people know enough when they hear you talk. They say, oh, okay, you keep the Sabbath. You be like, yeah. They be like, okay, interesting. Ask you a question. You sit here and see if you know what you're talking about. They realize he don't know. Listen.
And the great dragon was cast out.
And who else?
That old serpent called the devil and Satan.
See that the devil, Baphomet, right back to Samir. Listen what happened.
Which deceiveth the whole Aritz.
See that he done deceived us. Listen what happened.
He was cast out into the Aritz.
And what happened?
And his Malachi were cast out with him.
See that? And his Malachi, not angel. Angel has a last name. What is it? Dust. It's a drug. There's no such thing. They lie to you. All that's Greek. They're actually called Malachi, which means his messengers. There's no such thing as angel. Again, angel is dust. Why you think they name a drug? And you say, how they do that? Name angel dust? Because that's Greek. That's how they make a fool out of us. It's Greek. We never looked at nothing. Listen.
And I heard a loud voice saying in
Listen
Shamayim,
what they said.
now is come salvation
Well, listen what happened.
and strength and the kingdom of our Elohim and the power of his Mashiach.
What happened?
For the accuser of our
Oh,
king.
Samil. That's who Samil is. This is going to refer you back to their 5-point star. Samil and Lillian. Tell them to go look this stuff up and see if I'm lying. Put them right back to Baphomet. When you watch Baphomet, that little goat mess they made up, that's that same jump. And they gave it to us. We ain't never questioned none. We just took it because everybody been doing it. Nobody asked no question. I was guilty of that. They think I am condemning because it's wrong. At the same time, I'm trying to enlighten our people. Look at, we never questioned nothing. We just took it and thought it. Other people had it. Other people saying it. Most I put on, I said, put a border there and write it down. I had to tell the teacher one time, she told me, we cuss. She said, spell it. Well, that got that. I still cuss, though. I just can't cuss it, bro. She made me spell stuff. So you can't spell it, don't say it. I said it helped out to come say, put it up here with somebody and go and check it. I think he said, how the folks said, what's your pat of Woo, it was good. Man, that quite something. What did you learn? When you leave, you should be more empowered, more in tune. And the reason why we're not in tune because they took away our hairstyle, cutting our heads bald, cutting our beards off. Direct violation to the book. Told you not supposed to make no baldness upon your head. Well, he gave it to him. You know who he used? Michael Jordan. Then he used the military. Cut it all out in a little piece of little smidgen. Yet your book told you not to do it. You know why? These are antennas. Huh? They know what they were doing. They teach you in the business world you want a little clean cut. Cut it off, cut that hair out of your face. He lied to us. That's what you think he was going to tell us. Let's look at what happened to a man this happened. Right quick, Shumwal. I'm sorry, Shafatim. They're going to call it judges. Shafatim, which means judges. 16 and 8. Let's just look at something right quick. Just show you what didn't happen to us now. We're going to look at the book. And then look at what's happened to us versus what he told us. This is the book of Shafatim. He's going to call it judges. That's why all his judges crooks. It's actually Shafatims. Listen.
Then the lords of the Philistines.
So we call them lords. They Greek anyway. We don't care about them. Isn't that right? Listen.
Brought up to her 7 green wifs, which had not been dried, and she bound him with them.
So remember about verse 5. So let's see what they're talking about, what was going on at that time. Like they said, let's see what was going on at that time. Listen.
And the lords of the Philistines came up unto her and said unto her,
do what?
Entice him and see wherein his great strength lieth.
Y'all see what happened? How you think these athletes, what they always use on a woman? Say they do, you use a woman to go into him. Talk nice. Put some of that smell good like Andy Gray and look real purdy. And entice him, induce him. So we'll find out where his strength is at. Listen what happened.
And by what means we may prevail against him.
See that? So we can know how we can take. Let me say, guess how they learn how to deal with us? Drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, hard-headed women. That's how they prevail. Why you think we over-incarcerated in jails? We're overly populated. They don't find out where your strength lies at. Listen.
That we may bind him to afflict him.
Wow, so we can lock him up and put him in jail. I don't know how y'all don't hear this. We need to know how to lock him up. This is all they ever cared about, how to lock a black man up. Listen.
And we will give thee, every one of us, 1,100 pieces of silver.
What y'all think they get these women? Like the woman went in and told them that Kobe Bryant raped her, who had the semen of 2 and 3 other men in her drawers. You didn't even change your drawers. All this happened the same day. They pay her. How y'all think these athletes get these charges? They pay them. They told you every one of us are going to pay you. We just need to know where his strength lies so we can prevail against him, so we can lock him up. Listen.
And Delilah said to Shamshun,
what did she say?
Tell me, I pray thee,
I ask you,
wherein thy great strength lieth.
Look how she came to him. You so strong. You so, pick that up one. Woo! Hercules, Hercules. You so strong. How you get strong like that? Listen.
And wherewith thou mightest be bound to afflict thee.
Why she want to know that? Wow. What'll make you weak, though? I see how strong you are. What'll take you down? What'll make you go to jail? Listen.
And Shamshun said unto her,
What did he say?
if they bind me
With what?
7 green whiffs that were never dried,
What happened?
then shall I be weak and be as another a noose.
Listen.
Then the lords of the Philistines
Did what?
brought up to her 7 green whiffs which had not been dried.
I wonder how they knew to bring her 7 green whips. Because she told her. So a lot of these guys, I try to help the athlete. Y'all get with these women. He's so damn dumb. You run your mouth and give them too much, and they'll give you these women. These women will never touch you no other day, no other way. It's because you got money, and these crackers will employ them and put them right in your lap, just like these rappers and these other people, and they want to messing your behind up. And you want to run in your mouth too much, and that's how you get gone. Listen to what he said.
And she bound him with them.
Listen.
Now there were a noose lying in wait.
See that? Men waiting. Police waiting on them. They don't want to look at it like this. This the police waiting. How you can lock me up if you're not the police? If you're not the authority, explain to me how you going to lock me up. This is a story about a black man being taken down by his woman who was employed by the white government while the white police waited outside to trap him up. Get him something to drink and call the police and say, he just left, he drinking. They don't want to hear, y'all don't want to accept the truth, do you? See, you want to hear about this fictitious story way out somewhere out there where dreams do come true. Nigga, wake up. I've been with Dr. King, I shook that nigga. Nigga, stop dreaming. We got the word. I don't hear nothing about no damn dreams. You know what? Dream comes from sleep. You can't afford to be asleep no more. Listen to the book.
Now there were a noose lying in wait, abiding with her in the chamber.
Wow. Had them right there in the house waiting on the room. Ran the dope, put it in, called the police right there. Listen.
And she said unto him,
What's she saying?
the Philistines be upon thee,
Listen.
Shamshun.
Look like she trying to warn her. Ain't that beautiful? Baby, baby, they out there, baby. Whole time she brought them in there. Listen.
And he brake the whiffs as a thread of tow is broken when it toucheth the fire.
What happened?
So his strength was not known.
See that? So she didn't know. Come on.
And Delilah said unto Shamshun,
What did she say?
behold, thou hast mocked me and told me lies.
Oh, now she called him a liar. She ain't told him though she was getting all the information to the police to set him up to go to jail. See how that's a white man tell you a liar. Ray, did you lie to me? Cracking a lie to him the whole time they hiding. Didn't pay him enough, didn't tell him all the stuff that go with it. Didn't really get in the real handbook, explain it to him and made him sign papers and say, don't worry about it, just sign it. You do know legal, you just signed saying that I've read and understood. So you don't even have a case now when you go argue the unemployment. Then you're going to talk about you lying. He taught you how to lie. Sign this. Sign this. Okay, sign, initial this. So now they come back and they become legal. Now they sit in court looking saying, I didn't, now the man look at you saying, so you lied. Because you just signed initial saying you read and understood, which means you came under subjection. He won't tell you understand, overstand. So you can't let crackers get you to understand it no more. Understand means you do understand somebody over you. No, I overstand. We had to be trained that. Oh, you better, do you understand what I just told you? Why would I tell you understand? Because I'm telling you, I'm over you. Did you read and understand? Because you signed a contract that just put this cracker over you. Now I got to ask myself, why these attorneys, all these black brilliant minds that come and claim to teach and tell us something and take these $69 fees from us, claim they helping us, hadn't told us this. Beautiful. That's how they prosecute you. You signed your life away. Listen.
Now tell me, I pray thee, wherewith thou mightest be bound.
Listen.
And he said unto her,
What did he say?
if they bind me fast with new ropes
What happened?
that never were occupied.
Yeah.
Then shall I be weak and be as another a noose.
Listen.
Delilah therefore took new ropes and bound him therewith and said unto him,
Yeah.
The Philistines be upon thee, Shamshun.
Yeah. What happened?
And there were liars in wait abiding in the chamber.
More police. Already in his house. Listen.
And he brake them from off his arms like a thread.
Listen.
And Delilah said unto Shamshun, Hitherto thou hast mocked me and told me lies.
That's amazing. You trying to catch me. You trying to have me locked up, and I'm the one, the bad person. That don't sound familiar. Let me see. Bow, 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 bow. What lives matter? Y'all terrorists. No. Y'all terrorists. Why y'all Black Lives Matter? That scare me. But her getting shot unarmed don't scare you. That's not a threat to you. The Black Lives Matter shirt is. Hands up, don't shoot. Why y'all doing that? Y'all need to stop it. It's intimidating. It's racist. It's divisive. But gunning you down is not. You just got to know when you've been insulted. This is insulting to this man. Why would I tell you the truth? You showed me already that you're a wicked heifer. Listen, come on, finish this up, son.
Tell me wherewith thou mightest be bound. And he said unto her, If thou weavest the 7 locks of my head with the web.
Yeah.
And she fastened it with the pin.
Yeah.
And said unto him, The Philistines be upon thee, Shamshun.
Yeah.
And he awaked out of his sleep and went away with the pin of the beam and with the web.
Listen.
And she said unto him, How canst thou say, I love thee?
That's what the white folks say. How you going to say you're an American? And you say, I'm talking about Black Lives Matter. All lives matter. That's what she's done to you. She's convinced you that you've been the person done wrong because you won't tell me how you got all that information. How you know that? She been trapping him up and he ain't right. Tell me they don't tell you the same thing. You ain't right when you say you don't want to be gunned down. When you don't want to let their rotten system sit around and vindicate you when it never has. You ain't right now. She said, how you going to say you love me? How you going to say you love this country and you want these Black Lives Matter shirts and stuff on? Listen.
When thine heart is not with me,
Yeah.
thou hast mocked me these 3 times and hast not told me wherein thy great strength lieth.
Listen.
And it came to pass when she pressed him daily with her words and urged him so that his soul was vexed unto death.
Do it just he wanted, listen, he almost wanted to die worrying him so much. Guess what happened? It's called torture. I could put you in a stressed position till you feel like that you're about to die, and you'll tell me whatever I want to know. How you think they learn how to do this? Waterboarding. How y'all learn how to do torture? They learned it from your book. It became torture to him till he didn't have a choice. Listen.
That he told her all his heart.
Wow. Think about when he told it to her. When he felt like he was finna die. That's why they incarcerate you, put you in enough to where you sit here and feel like there's no out for you that you'll tell him everything he want to know. Listen.
And said unto her, There hath not come a razor upon mine head.
He said, I cut my hair when?
There hath not come a razor upon mine head.
What happened?
For I have been a Nazarite unto Elohim from my mother's womb.
And what happened?
If I be shaven, then my strength will go from me.
He said, if I be made bald-headed, then I'll be just like the rest of them. That's what crackers did. Crackers gave us corporate America. They gave us the military. First thing they do, they take you in boot camp and shave your head off. You remember that? Shave it out. Mustache be can't have no hair. Because guess why? Now you just like us. Your great strength. They know that these are antennas. Just like a cat with whiskers. They need those whiskers. It helped them to go through the dark. It helped them to sense prey. It let them know it can pick up sound and vibration. Your hair, they know what it is. But when they learned your great strength, they said, what we got to do, this job requires, we don't really wear hair here. And they offer you enough money that you do the same thing just like the dollar. You'll sit here and you'll sell out too. So you can fit in with them. But this cracker come with a ponytail. It's amazing he make you share your house, but he give you white Jesus with hair. Why white Jesus face ain't clean? He can't keep his lies straight. He can't keep them straight to save his life. Come on, let's see what happens. We'll finish up, then I'll let y'all go. Come on.
If I be shaven, then my strength will go from me, and I shall become weak and be like any other Anus.
Wow. That's how they got us. Same thing they did to the Indians. They ain't no Indians, they ain't redskin. You know them, you watch an Indian, you don't see no hair in their face. They tricked them. They used to use them to track. You know what they did, a study on them they did? They shaved their hair out, and guess what happened? They couldn't track no more. They say, that's the key. When they took this out, I wasn't like this before I grew that back. I didn't have my senses. I couldn't pick and home in, and they knew I couldn't. They knew they would keep me with another, when you get slapped, turn the other cheek. Y'all heard that before? Do y'all know why he told you to turn the other cheek? Let me show you for a second. Anyway, come on. The reason why he told you to turn your other cheek, Roman discipline. I'm not going to hypothetical. How? Now, which way your face going? That's right. I'm going to slap the other side. So you go ahead and turn where I couldn't get this side. Because if I slapped you this way, you know what that's actually called? A BITCH slap. When this cracker will slap you, the reason why he told you to turn the other cheek, because he slapped you the other way according to Roman law, he just sat here and he just demoted you. He just humiliated. That's why he told you to turn the other cheek. Not no nigga. Hit this one. No, turn so he can't backhand you. You ain't no whore. Anybody gonna teach you that? That's why they pay. Give me money. Give me money. He taught you nothing. Cracker can't tell me them lies no more. He can't tell me them lies no more. He don't lying to you. He gonna teach it to you from here premise. What else he gonna do? Let's see what happens. Come on, finish this story. Let's finish this story. I don't want to go no further. Because you know what? I go too deep for that. Listen, what I teach in one service, you take it in one of these churches, it take them 5 years to try to even break it down. It's going to be a whole lot. Let's pray for Tony Smith. Come on, get hand. Let's pray. Jesus. What is he going to do? That's the name of the first slave ship brought you in. You pray to a slave ship. Listen.
And when Delilah saw that he had told her all his heart,
she felt bad and she didn't even tell him.
She sent and called for the lords of the Philistines.
And did what?
Saying, come up this once.
And what happened?
For he hath shewed me all his heart.
Yeah.
Then the lords of the Philistines came up unto her and brought money in their hand.
Listen.
And she made him sleep upon her knees.
Oh, yeah. Well, nigga get weak for some draw, boy. That's what he gonna do. He laid out by them draw. That's just, I'm weak. I get so weak in my knees, I can hardly sleep. I lose all control, and something inside of me. That's what that song was made at. That was it. He was weak. Listen.
And she called for a noose, and she caused
Which
him.
is a man and a noose, or men. To do what?
And she caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head.
Listen.
And she began to afflict him, and his strength went from him.
How you think they was able to do what they did when they came in captain? They did kidnap certain about. Actually, it's believed they probably got a couple 100,000. They never kidnapped millions of us. We were already here. Those numbers are inaccurate. They never dropped us all off in no transatlantic slave trade in these different islands. We were already there. The Negro man was an explorer before we ever met a crocker. Never met him. He's from the Caucasus Mountain. He is actually called a Caucasoid. Not Caucasian. He is a Caucasoid. He is an Aryan, which is a barbarian. That's why he gave you codename the barbarian. He was trying to show you who he was. He's a barbarian. This man came over and lied. These people have stolen our identity and everything we got and our information. Now we come back and let them teach it back to us. Give us name of days and weeks and months and make a fool out of us. Come on, son, finish this up.
And she said, the Philistines be upon thee, Shamshun.
And what happened?
He awoke out of his sleep and said, I will go out as at other times before.
See, that he thought he was still the same. That's what they're going to tell you. Oh, it don't matter about having no hair on your head. It don't matter about no beard or mustache. He said he was going out just like he did before. What happened?
And shake myself.
And I'm going to shake myself. And do what?
And he wist not that Yahuwah was departed from him.
And that's how they got us. They knew when we cut our hair and went bald-headed. They know when we shaved our beards and our mustache, we lost him. Because we couldn't hear. Sound and vibration. That's what whiskers do. Please, y'all going to check behind me. A lion in the nighttime their sight increases. They can take the light, the little light that people say they don't get, they can pull light from. That's why he referred to us as the lion of the tribe of Yehuda. Because what they have the ability to do, their eyes are, they have a certain lens in their eye that at night can pull from no starlight, and they can see better than you can today. Not only with that, their whiskers home in, they can feel prey. When they're moving, they'll sense and know something's out here, something's going on, something's moving. That's why he needs you to have your whiskers on, because you need to be able to hear and know when he's moving. When these dirty crackers got us to shave and cut bald-headed, they knew. You lost him. They knew we lost him. Listen what happened.
But the Philistines took him and put out his eyes.
See that? That's what they did, took our sight. That's why you can't see nothing but white people. That's why you can't see where you came from or how you got here. Because he took your eyes. Once he shaved your hair off and shaved your beard off, he know you can't see anymore. You blind. Listen.
And brought him down to Gaza and bound him with fetters of brass, and he did grind in the prison house. This ain't the police?
You ain't never seen anybody go to court like this. Shackled. That's what fellas. This ain't talking about, they ain't took no fellas out no damn chicken. There no chicken fella gonna hold nobody. He's chained. That's why they take you to court. Chain you in your leg. That's how they brought him down. We done cut his strength out. Now we can capture him. Now we can hold him. Now we can kill him. Listen to what happened.
Howbeit, the hair of his head began to grow again.
Ain't you heard good? The hair of his head started to grow back. Listen what happened.
After he was shaven.
Listen.
Then the lords of the Philistines gathered them together for to offer a great sacrifice unto Dagon, their god.
See that? Dagon, their god. They give you these same gods now. Baphomet. All of them fall up under the same roof. They're Baphomet. Listen.
And to rejoice, for they said, our God have delivered Shamshun, our enemy. Into...
So you ain't on the prayer with no God. They tell you they have gods. We don't have a God. They have a God. That's Greek. That's why you have Hercules, Zeus. These are gods. Why would you pray to God? You believe in Hercules? You believe in Zeus? Thor? Some wing flying man? Why would you be praying to God? Make a fool out of them all the time. All the time make a fool out of you. Tell you right now, them people got gods. The Greeks always had gods. Listen.
Into our hand, and when the people saw him, they praised their God, for they said, our God have delivered into our hands our enemy and the destroyer of our country, which slew many of us.
Listen.
And it came to pass, when their hearts were merry, that they...
Merry Christmas, nigga. Merry Christmas, nigga. This is what happens when white folk get drunk. Niggas wind up being made a sport of. That's amazing. Come tomorrow, they're going to have some sports events going on. Why they making merry? Niggas always getting you, guess where they going to be at? Inside of an arena, which is Greek. That's where sporting came from. Sporting means to show off. Niggas don't know nothing. White people watch you. They know you stupid. You sitting right inside a coliseum, right back in the Greek worship again. Greek discipline run this whole country. They're going to be making merry, and they're going to bring you out to sport tomorrow. Listen.
That they said, call for Shamshun, that he may make us sport. And
wow. You can't have none of these holidays without no sporting event. Come on.
And they called for Shamshun out of the prison house, and he made them sport, and they set him between the pillars.
What happened?
And Shamshun said unto the lad,
what did he say to him?
That held him by the hand, suffer me that I may feel the pillars whereupon the house standeth, that I may lean upon them.
Listen.
Now the house was full of Anus and Nashim, and all the lords of the Philistines.
Those are the Abari word for men and women. Anus is for the man. Nashim is for the woman or the wife. Listen.
And all the lords of the Philistines were there. And there were upon the roof about 3,000 men and women that beheld while Shamshun made sport.
What happened?
And Shamshun called unto Yahuwah and said, O Yahuwah Elohim, remember me, I pray thee, and strengthen me.
See that he asked him to strengthen him. He couldn't do it bald-headed. Why he ain't asking to strengthen him? Why he ain't have no hair? His hair started to grow back. He can ask for strength now. Because now you're getting your senses back. You're getting your antenna so you can listen now. He needs you bald head. He know you can't listen. You won't be able to hear me. Listen.
I pray thee only this once, O Elohim.
For what reason?
That I may be at once avenged of the Philistines for my 2 eyes.
Why we don't think the way he thinks? They took your sight. They stripped you bald head. They humiliated you. They brought you out and made sport of you. Why you don't want revenge? This in your Bible. This in your Bible. This is in your Bible. What was Samson? What was he called? A Nazarene? I'm going to finish. I'll just show you one thing. Let's see what happened. Listen.
And Shamshun took hold of the 2 middle pillars.
Hold on, you give me Yahusha right quick, chapter 2. And we'll try to finish up over there. They call him Matthew, but the proper name is actually Mattheyahu. Mattheyahu is the proper name. About 20. Listen.
Upon which the house stood, and on which it was borne up, and one of the one with his right hand, and of the other with his left.
And what happened?
Shamshun said, let me die with the Philistines. And he bowed himself with all his might. And the house fell upon the lords and upon all the people that were therein. So the dead, which he slew at his death,
was what?
More than they which he slew in his life.
That's all I'm looking at. And he was called, what was he again? A Nazarene. That's why he said, no razor never come by my head. I hadn't drunk no wine. See, had we took that doctrine, we would have never got drunk with these people. At the 2nd chapter, book of Mattheyahu, 2 and 20. Now, I put my information up here. If it can be refuted, refute it. But make sure it's information and not mouth. I don't need no mouth. I need information. I ain't got no problem taking no correction. Make sure you don't. I ain't got no problem. But if it's right, I want to see you take correction. Listen. Mattheyahu 2 and 20. Listen.
Saying, arise and take the young child and his mother and go into the land of Yasharal.
This is talking about Yahusha, not G. His name is Yahusha, which means he is Yah's salvation. That's his name. Yah's salvation. Yahusha. Listen.
For they are dead which sought the young child's life.
Listen what happened.
And he arose and took the young child and his mother.
This is concerning his father Yusuf, Yahusuf. Not no Joseph. We don't know who this joke is. Listen.
And came into the land of Yasharal.
And he came into the land of Yasharal. And what happened?
But when he heard that Archelaus did reign in Yehuda in the room of his father Herod, he was afraid to go thither.
And what did he do?
Notwithstanding, being warned of Elohim in a dream,
what did he do?
He turned aside into the parts of Galilee.
And did what?
And he came and dwelt in a city called Nazareth.
Listen what he did. He came and dwelt in a city called Nazareth. I wonder why.
That it might be fulfilled.
That it might be fulfilled.
Which was spoken by the Nabah.
The Nabah, not prophet. Prophet is someone that says for God. When these guys tell you they're a prophet, watch them. They're a devil worshiper. That means they soothsay, which is witchcraft. Our people are called Nabah. Listen.
He shall be called a Nazarene.
Why are they going to call him a Nazarene? Because he's going to kill a whole bunch of people. Now, does it make sense he's going to be called a Nazarene? What do you know about a Nazarene? He went bald-headed, and you know he was a killer. Now, he just told you they're going to call him a Nazarene. Now, why is he going to be called a Nazarene when a Nazarene is known for being rough and being a killer? And he going to tell you about not killing nobody. When he just told you that he going to come with clouds and every eye going to see him and all them that pierced him even going to wail because of him. Why did they tell you that? Because he's a Nazarene. He's a killer. Yep. You got to digest that one, huh? Because the book just say he's going to be called a Nazarene. For what reason? Because he's going to play the ukulele? Because the man just told you in Kazun, their last book, he coming with cloud and every eye going to see him. And all them that pierced him going well. He's going to avenge them for his 2 eyes. At the end of the day, you've heard a lot to digest, a lot to consider. You got a soul to be saved, you got a soul to be lost. Where I'm at in my lifespan, where I'm at now, all I do is put information out there. If a person got a listening ear and an earnest heart and mind, you'll take a mott. You'll consider it. You'll make the necessary changes. If you're a fool, you will continue to do what fools do. That's good, Akeem.
Thank
you.